The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.
G'day everybody and welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. Hope you've had a good start and middle of your day. I certainly kicked it off well with a awesome body surf down at the beach. It was very cold but very invigorating. A really good start to the day. I'm feeling pumped to get stuck into what is no doubt going to be another busy day. Looking across the top 10 as I am right now, as I speak with you, the market has sort of held a little bit up. You know, I mean, it's not, it certainly isn't looking like the most bullish market I've ever seen. No way in the world. But I was looking for a pullback into 4,000 yesterday on the 2 and 4 hour. Got that. It actually pulled back a bit deeper, got a bit funky, got a bit wild, and we have now gone below 4,000 once again. If I have a look on the daily chart right now, we do have a small bullish candle. We are currently up around 1.5% there at the minute. And I mean, look, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see this market continue to consolidate. Now that might mean that we might, break to some new lows. But after such a large period of fall, we have caught up to these moving averages. Let's not get this wrong. We are back into that sell zone, guys, and the market could definitely see a drop lower. But it does appear to be just consolidating at the moment on Bitcoin, and I'm going to keep an eye on that throughout the next few days. And obviously this is a podcast, I'll let you know what goes on and what I see. Ethereum's not doing a great deal there either, guys, and it has pulled back into a certain zone that I do like. It is moving again up 1.3%, not a great deal. Bitcoin Cash is a gift that keeps on giving, just keeps on falling and falling and falling. I wonder if that's just going to continue to fall into oblivion as obviously the war on Bitcoin Cash did sort of take its toll on Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash. If you recall, before the war, we went above 600. Post-war, we're now at 147. The joys of crypto. The joys of crypto indeed. EOS continues to grind lower. We're down 4% again today, or nearly 5% as a matter of fact. So, again, yesterday I talked about the fact that, or yesterday, the day before, how the market was fairly consistent with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin fell sort of 6% and the rest of the market was down 6-7%. Today it's very different. It's a different picture today. I mean, Bitcoin's up 1.5%, but we still have Bitcoin Cash down 6%, EOS down 4-5%, Cardano also down, not a great deal, but down 2.5%. So that's a 4% difference there. Stellar Lumen sitting around that down 0.6%, so sort of flat on the day. A relatively passive day there on Stellar. Neo also just hovering around, not doing a great deal. The same with Neo up 2.63%, but just hovering, not doing all that much. The same can be said with IOTA, up nearly 2% right now, just sort of sideways to nothingness. Ripple is holding at the moment at 2%. It came down and hit a level of support, and that level of support was around that 34-cent mark. It hit it for a third test, it broke it, but didn't give a real nice lower high, and therefore there was no trading opportunity there for me. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. And finally, Litecoin, pretty much the ugly duckling of the crypto community at the moment. It's not doing a great deal. It's pretty much following Bitcoin. It's up 1.12%. It's not doing much at all. But what I have found interesting is this, going through each day, I use TradingView to read my charts, to look at my charts, to find trading opportunities and to do the commentary that I give to you guys each day. And what I find interesting is the sort of news that comes out, it's just rubbish. And this is a really important thing. Talking about the news cycle, people says, for example, the one I'm looking at right now says top cryptocurrencies see slight gains. Bitcoin hovers under $4,000. Look, I understand that I'm sort of saying the same thing, but you don't need to be reading through everything. The news can be a waste of time, really. Air Force Grand School launches blockchain demo site. Excellent. South African man hands $60,000 worth of Bitcoin to thieves after being tortured. Well, that's a feel-good story. Breakout inbound. Bitcoin price hits $4,000 as upside target. There's so much news in there that really it's so fluffy. It doesn't mean anything. So I guess my point is, if you spend too much time reading through all the news, I mean, you've got to have a bit of a bullshit detector, a bit of a radar as to what's interesting and what's not. Obviously, you guys are here listening to what I have to say. I can give you a little bit about what's going on in the top 10, what's going on in the market from a trader's point of view, from my perspective. And of course, it is important to keep up on the news as far as what is significantly important. For example, the next article I read is New York financial regulators approve blockchain payment system. Now, that's something that I might be interested in reading. I want to read around why they're allowing it. What was the precedent set here by this particular project to work? Was this an ICO, or was this just a business that is structured around using the blockchain for better payment systems? Understanding what gets passed, what doesn't, why things get rejected, why things go through, that's the sort of thing I find is more important than just reading the rubbish that is out there. And there is a lot of rubbish out there. There's some gold as well, don't get me wrong, but just be aware of that. Be selective with what you read, who you listen to, and what you listen to. Anyway, that's enough for me today. Have a fantastic day. That's the little run through of where the market's at. Not a great deal of difference on the last 24 hours, really. Bitcoin slightly up, sitting around that 2% mark now. It might be a little bit of a slow day, depending on what goes on, if any news comes out, and what China and the rest of the Asian community does during our business hours, and later on this evening, what Europe does. We'll have to hold on tight and see what goes on. Pretty sideways for now, guys. Doesn't mean there won't be opportunity. It just means need to know where to look. So, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Hit the subscribe button, and it'd be great if you could give me a little if there's a review you'd like to give, hey, hands down, I'd love to hear that. It'd be fantastic. I'd love to see it on there. It'd be great. Also, jump across the website, guys. We're getting close to giving you a new one as well. I can't wait to launch that and tell you all about it. If you're not on my socials, go and get on them. Twitter, Facebook, because I'm doing a little bit more. I'm getting stuck into this Facebook Live stuff now, and it seems to be pretty popular. So if you're not following me on Facebook, Craig Cobb and Trader Cobb, same on Twitter. Have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.